Today on Studio G, we take a look at a domestic violence event that has been held at UNLV for 20 years.
Reporter Farron Enos will have your top international news.
And joining us in the studio is the brand new interim athletic director.
All this and more right now on Studio G.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this edition of Studio G. I'm Jordan Hardy.
And I'm Elena Ledbetter. Dr. Deepak Desai has been sentenced to life in prison with the possibility of parole. He appeared in Las Vegas court this morning to be sentenced. Desai was found guilty of 27 criminal counts related to the 2007 outbreak of hepatitis C this past June. The outbreak resulted in the death of 77-year-old Rodolfo Miana. Desai was convicted of second-degree murder for his death. Desai will be eligible for parole after 120 months or 10 years in the second-degree murder charge. He must also serve time for the other charges that he was convicted of.
A march to take back the night, the event allows the community to speak out against domestic, sexual, and dating violence. The goal is to honor those victims and survivors. Reporter Heather Fairberger has the story.
Take Back the Night is a day-long event meant to honor those who lost their lives to crimes and the survivors.
Take Back the Night is important because domestic violence and sexual assault is something that's not really talked about. It's something that people like to hide behind doors and don't want to come forth and talk about it. There are resources for everybody to utilize, and that this is something that you don't have to suffer with or deal with on your own.
Organizers want victims to know they're not alone and everyone has a right to live free from violence. Chanting "No More Date Rape," victims and survivors marched against domestic violence.
A march not only in honor of those who have been lost, but in solidarity with those who are still suffering and with the intent of ending violence. So it's a beautiful event.
This is a huge milestone. It's the 20th anniversary on UNLV's campus, and it just reminds us that domestic violence can happen to everybody.
It really is a movement to end violence.
Purple was also the theme of the event, which is the symbol of empowerment for domestic violence victims.
Take Back the Night is definitely a starting point. We don't want you to just take back this one night. We want to take back every day of the week. We want you to be well educated about these types of topics and not be afraid to talk about it.
For Studio G, I'm Heather Fairberger.
For more information on domestic violence, visit the Jean Needich Women's Center on campus or call the UNLV Care Line at 895-0602.
A tire blowout may have been the cause of a rollover accident where both the driver and a child were ejected from the vehicle. The accident happened around 10 a.m. Wednesday on Interstate 15 near Lamb Boulevard. Honey Love has more.
I'm standing on the 15 freeway in the southbound lane where traffic is backed up. Take a look behind me, all because of this rollover vehicle. The vehicle was traveling northbound when it lost control, did a couple of flips, and ended up in the southbound lane. Now, the driver was not wearing his seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle, along with a child that was strapped in their car seat. However, the car seat was not properly attached. The child was also ejected and sustained minor injuries, whereas the driver is in critical condition. We'll have more of the story as it develops.
No other vehicles were involved in the crash, and the southbound lanes of Interstate 15 were closed for more than 2 hours. The driver was taken to the University Medical Center, where he remains in critical condition. His identity is still unknown. A woman passenger along with the child were also transported to UMC and treated for their injuries.
Occasionally, in the UNLV Student Union, movies are screened at the end of the week for students to come and watch. But recently, colleges have been doing more movie screenings of their own. Movies are being shown in their Emerging Technologies Lab. The only stipulation is that these movies are being shown in 3D. Last week, the first movie was screened was The Avengers. Jason Hawley helped organize the screening.
Well, the purpose of the films and the Emerging Tech Lab as an entity in and of itself is to kind of bring everybody together. And the screenings are kind of a nice break from the semester. So, midway through the semester, like we just had the screening of The Avengers. And that was a nice way for students to step away from their work and just relax and, enjoy a high-definition movie in 3D. So this is kind of a one-of-a-kind screen. It's obviously larger than the typical household high-definition flat screen. So we wanted to provide an experience where the students could come and see what it's like to view a film in 3D. And we have plenty of glasses too. So we thought it'd be the perfect combination.
The next screening will be on November 15th, and remember, the film will be shown in 3D. These screenings are not restricted to Greenspan College majors. All UNLV students are welcome to come.
Don't go away. When we come back, we'll find out how a cat lost its life to spray paint.
And we have a look at what's going on around the world.
Don't touch that mouse. Studio G will be right back.
You drinking tonight?
No, not tonight.
Well, give me a couple beers. You want some?
No, stop.
Come on, just take a drink.
No.
It's just a
I
drink.
have to drive us home. Can
I'm
you even
good.
walk in a straight line?
Yes, want me to show you?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Man, what are you talking about? I got this.
Just give me the keys, please.
I ain't drunk though.
My name is James Grant.
King Louie here.
This is Jennifer.
Crystal May McGuerza.
I'm Savannah. Zoe here.
This is your boy Miles Lowe.
Christian FGY.
Kaylin Hype. And I'm Jay Luna.
My Mind's Music.
Gonzo Radio.
Combox Radio.
Join us for happy hour.
The Miles Lowe Midweek Show.
Ill Vibe Theory.
On KUNV.
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 KUNV HD2.
91.5 The Rebel.
Broadcast on Revcast.com.
The School of Engineering, located on the northwest side of campus, offers a wide variety of classes and activities. The Great Hall inside the Thomas T. Boone Engineering Complex features an array of the school's accomplishments and work, such as their annual cement canoe competition and bridge design competition that select students participate in. Named after Howard Hughes, this school takes learning to new heights.
The Obama administration appears to be going into damage control mode as glitches with the Obamacare website draw widespread criticism, particularly from the Republican Party.
Hi, everybody.
The White House is out to make sure the bugs in the Obamacare website don't bite back. So the president recorded this video message for his post-campaign volunteer team to spread the message of patience.
By now, you've probably heard that the website has not worked as smoothly as it was supposed to.
The Obama administration has also appointed Jeff Zients, the man who will soon be the president's top economist and who once served as acting budget director, to be the Mr. Fix-It, to go after the site's technical problems.
I think he's providing management advice and consultation, but for more details about his role, because he's being brought on by HHS, I would refer you to HHS.
But the White House is offering few additional details about the website rescue effort.
I would refer you to HHS. The tech surge was announced by CMS and HHS, so I would refer you to them. I would refer you to HHS for that.
Republicans want more oversight, calling for weekly reports on the website's progress and a delay of the individual mandate to buy insurance if the tech issues continue.
The president put politics ahead of his own program working effectively and easily for hundreds of millions of Americans.
Former vice presidential candidate Paul Ryan is the latest top GOP leader to call on Health and Human Services Secretary Kathleen Sebelius to step down, saying on a Republican conference call, this rollout has been a fiasco. I think some people should be held responsible. But Clay Johnson, a former White House Innovation Fellow who worked on IT projects for the administration, says the real problem is with the government contractors who built the site.
I think that they don't know how to measure success. I mean, the federal government wants to innovate so badly, but it doesn't have the access to the right kinds of contractors that it needs in order to pull off these kinds of innovation.
In a recent interview, Secretary of Health and Human Services Kathleen Sebelius noted that despite the website's glitches, there have been still been more than 500,000 accounts created through the Obamacare website, and that monthly figures will continue to be released. Now let's send it over to Farron with the latest in international news.
Thank you, Elena. Let's take a look at what made the international headlines this week. A Kansas City family is hoping their missing daughter is the one found living with a Roma family in Greece. Authorities are trying to identify the girl they found, who many are calling Maria, after she was abducted by a Roma family. The Irwin family believe the picture of their abducted girl matches the facial features of their missing child, Lisa Irwin, who was abducted 2 years ago. The National Center for Missing and Exploited Children is conducting a full investigation, and the Irwins are hopeful despite the questions raised regarding their child's age. The dental records indicate Maria to be either 5 or 6 years old, while baby Lisa would only be 3 next month. A chain of wildfires nearly 1,000 miles long continue to rage in Australia. The fires are mostly on rough terrain, forcing firefighters to use helicopters to spray water onto the flames. One of the worst affected areas has been the Blue Mountains, just west of Sydney. More than 26 of the 63 wildfires are not contained, and the Prime Minister argues that the spread of the fires is linked to climate change. And the world got a glimpse of baby Prince George for the first time in 3 months. The royal baby was christened at the Royal Chapel by the Archbishop of Canterbury, but was shown off by his family before the ceremony. The small ceremony was attended by his parents, Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge, and other family members, including great-grandmother Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. The baby is third in line to become the King of England. That's all the time we have for international news today. I'm Farron Enos. Now back to the studio.
Thank you, Farron. According to the Humane Society of the United States, the most common victims of animal abuse are dogs and cats. A stray cat in Pennsylvania lost its life due to someone spray painting it orange. One family tried to help a stray cat when it appeared at their doorstep spray painted orange. The family has been feeding the stray cat for months. Within a couple days, the cat became sick.
Some more help, but unfortunately it didn't make it. It's just awful that somebody could even think about doing that to a poor cat.
The fumes got into it because there was some paint on its face and everything. We think it ingested some of the chemicals from the paint.
In 2011, Nevada passed a bill that stated if you maliciously and intentionally inflict harm on an animal, you can be charged with a felony. Many animals who are abused never receive help because people in the community do not know where to go.
Spray painting an animal is certainly intentional, and it's definitely malicious. So hopefully they would charge them with a felony. That's what you would hope that they would do. People who do that, those are the people you want to prosecute because they are scary people. So people have no idea who they should contact. And so we try to aim them in the right direction. And we always encourage people, video, photographs, anything that they can get, and they need to be willing to sign a witness statement.
Abusing an animal can have detrimental effects not only to your life, but the animals. For more information, you can visit humanesociety.org.
Don't go away. We'll be right back with your weather.
Collegiate Deca promotes personal and professional development through competitive events, community involvement, and leadership development.
I joined Deca because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. So I got to meet people, network, and definitely work on my public speaking.
To join Deca, it's a very simple process. You have to pay a $25 membership fee. You can either come to our next meeting, our website, which is unlvdeca.co.vu.
We're open to all majors who are interested in business, finance, or hospitality-related fields.
The School of Engineering, located on the northwest side of campus, offers a wide variety of classes and activities. The Great Hall inside the Thomas T. Green Engineering Complex features an array of the school's accomplishments and work, such as their annual cement canoe competition and bridge design competition that select students participate in. Named after Howard Hughes, this school takes learning to new heights.
Hello, Rebels. I will be bringing you your weather today. My name is China Green. So right now, at this very moment, we're at a high of 79 and a low of 58 degrees. I think that's perfect, right? A high of 79, not too hot, and then a low of 58, not too cold. But how cold was it in 1953 at a record low at 36 degrees? Wow, that was pretty cold. And then for our current weather, I would say it's pretty beautiful across the board. We see 49 in Arcata, a little cold over there, and then 62 in Reno. As far as we're concerned, 79. A little clouds is sneaking in there, but we should be fine. And then for your satellite radar weather, not a whole lot going on in the West Coast, but we do see a little rain in Arizona, but nothing to be alarmed about. But over here, we are seeing some rain coming down from Canada, and it's hitting Kentucky, Indiana, and Iowa, so make sure you be careful for that. And then we're seeing a little rain hitting the coast of southern Florida, but barely touching, so you shouldn't be worried about that. And then for tomorrow's forecast, sun, sun, sun. I feel like that's something that we should brag about. We definitely need that with everything that's happening. We're seeing 75 in Sacramento, 67 in Albuquerque, a little clouds in there, but 86 in Phoenix, and 80 in Houston, and 83 in Miami. Sorry about that, guys. And then for your extended forecast, we are in the high 70s from Friday into Monday, and then Tuesday and Wednesday we cool down in the mid 60s. So that's all the weather I have for you today. Now let's toss it over to Brenda with a recap on the latest celebrity gossip. I'm Brenda Gomez here to bring you the latest scoop on what's happening in the entertainment world. We begin with CeeLo Green. The singer has pleaded not guilty to a felony charge. According to CNN, he was accused of slipping ecstasy to a woman while they were having dinner. She also accused him of sexually assaulting her. Due to the lack of evidence, he will not face any sexual assault charges. He is scheduled to reappear in court on November 20th. Comedian Melissa McCarthy's new cover on Elle magazine is causing some controversy. The 43-year-old plus-size actress was honored with her very own cover for Elle magazine's Women in Hollywood issue. Some of her fans are thrilled that she made it, but the rest are upset because they claim that she's wearing too much clothes as opposed to other women on the cover. While McCarthy has not commented on the issue, Elle magazine stated, quote, "On all our shoots, our stylists work with the stars to choose pieces they feel good in, and this is no different. Melissa loved this look and is gorgeous on our cover," end quote. We all know him as Hollywood's funny man. Jim Carrey is taking on a new role. From an actor to now a published author, the 51-year-old comedian published his very first children's book. Carrey's new children's book titled How Roland Rolls is about a wave named Roland who was set out to find his purpose in life.
We just go from phase and a different kind of feeling and awareness.
Well, that's all I have for you today. Don't forget to tune in next week for the latest gossip. When we come back from the break, we'll be joined with UNLV's new athletic director. Stay tuned.
On KUNV.
KUNV. KUNV.
KUNV HD2.
91.5 The Rebel.
Broadcast on revcast.com.
This is your house too. Located on the campus of UNLV on Brussels Street sits Housel House, the Center for Social Justice. A place where everyone can participate, explore cultural identity, share different experiences, and learn leadership skills. No judgments. You are accepted, you are important, and you are welcomed.
Stand up, speak out, and change the world.
Welcome back. Joining us today is Tina Konser-Murphy, UNLV's new interim athletic director.
Hi, Jordan.
So, how are you doing today?
Fine, thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in. I know
Thanks
you're
for
very
having-
busy.
Thanks for having me.
So, I don't know if a lot of people know that you actually have a pretty long history with UNLV. Can you tell us about that?
I do. I was a former student and a student athlete way back when, and I was on the physical education student and played on the women's tennis team, and then I stayed on and finished my graduate work here, and spent about the first 18 years of my life after college on campus as the head women's tennis coach and then a senior administrator, and left for a few years and then got involved with the college bowl business, and I've spent the last 12 years with ESPN and running the Las Vegas Bowl. So starting January of this year, I came back on campus in the alumni office, and the president asked me on May 20th to come over to the athletic department, and I've been there ever since and loving every minute of it.
And did you ever think that when you were a student here that you would one day be the athletic director?
I always wanted to be an athletic director. I think moving through the course, I thought, you know, being a coach, I love being a coach, but they actually dropped my sport after 3 years, and the revenues, we didn't have enough money to support all of our programs at that time, so they dropped women's tennis for a few years. But the more I got involved, I always wanted to be an athletic director, but then those dreams kind of went away and I went in a different direction, which I think happens to a lot of different people. And now to be back is really a dream come true.
So now I know you're supposedly only here until December of 2014, but within that time, what do you plan on doing for the university?
Well, currently, I was really even a shorter timer, I think, when Neil Simatris asked me to come over. I was doing it as they were making a search for a new athletic director. And then about 2 weeks ago, they've decided to stop the search and offered me this position to 2014. So I was really preparing this last few months to give things to the new athletic director. So it's kind of, we realigned the department. We made some changes financially and titles and kind of streamlined the process to get prepared for the new athletic director. So now, it's me for the next year and a half, and it really gives me an opportunity to kind of create a vision with the president and the cabinet and the university as a whole of what we want from UNLV athletics. And of course, we sponsor 17 intercollegiate sports. I say we have 18 because we have cheer and dance along there. We have over 450 student athletes, of which you're one of them. And our goals are to be the very, very best we can be, and I'll sit those goals with the coaches and our administration and set that plan into effect. In fact, in the December Board of Regents meeting, they've asked us to put together a 5-year strategic plan, so we're working on that now.
And can you maybe name 1 or 2 plans that you have in mind?
Well, what I'd like to do, most importantly, is work on what I call the guts of UNLV athletics, and that's the support systems. I think that the academic advising, the strength and conditioning, and some of those things really need to be addressed immediately because of the numbers of student athletes that we have. Secondly, I think we need to improve on our facilities. If you're going to be in the game with the haves and the have-nots, you need to look at what you're doing in college football. And I don't know, Jordan, how you feel about this, but as we kind of move through things, the realignment and conference, what's kind of been happening across the country is all based on where you are in college football. So one of the things that I'm focusing on is how do we improve, how do we move forward, what else can we do, and one of the big needs is an indoor practice facility. But number one is academic support for our student athletes.
All right, and then also if President Simatris asked you to stay after December 2014, would you?
You know, I told Neil, as long as he wants me here, I love this job every day I get up, and it's a real honor. You think about being able to sit in the athletic director's chair after being a student athlete and being a coach and being a student at UNLV. It really is a dream come true. So I said, whether you want me here for a week or a month or a year, it's just really, really wonderful, and I'll take every day and work very hard and try to make a difference. My goal is to make a difference for our coaches and our student athletes every single day, and however he would like me to stay, I'm willing to do it.
All right, and then one more question. You're the first woman athletic director for UNLV. How does that make you feel?
I think it feels great. I had a friend of mine that brought a little girl into the office, and she looked up on the wall, and we have all of the ADs up there, and there's about 20 of them, and she said, hey, she's the only girl up there, so I just want to do the best job that I can, but of course for all of us women, and I look around this room and all of you that are doing it, I'm very proud to represent all of us, but it's a big job, and I think we have to work harder than my male counterparts, but I can tell you, I'm going to outwork our friend up in Reno every day. That's my plan.
All right, especially with that big game this weekend.
Big game this weekend.
All right, well, thank you, Tina. We'll be back with more Studio G after the break.
You drinking tonight?
Nah, not tonight.
Well, give me a couple beers. You want some?
No, stop.
Come on, just take a drink.
No.
It's just a drink.
I have to drive us home. Can
I'm
you
good.
even walk in a straight line?
Yes, want me to show you?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Man, what are you talking about? I got this.
Just give me the keys, please.
I ain't drunk though.
I think what a lot of people don't realize, we provide 1,300 hot meals a day through 3 of our kitchens. We have about 650 people sleeping in beds provided by the Salvation Army every night. We have 127,000 of people that we touch every year. It's huge, and people have no idea that we do more than have thrift stores and ring bells at Christmas.
My name is James Grant.
King Louie here.
This is Jennifer. Crystal May McGuerza.
I'm Savannah.
Zoe here.
It's your boy Miles Lowe.
Christian FGY.
Kaylin Hype. And I'm Jay Luna.
My Mind's Music.
Gonzo Radio.
Combox Radio.
Join us for happy hour.
Miles Lowe Midweek Show.
Ill Vibe Theory.
On KUNV.
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 KUNV HD2.
91.5 The Rebel.
Broadcast on repcast.com.
This past week, a group of A-list celebrities all received a key to the city in a ceremony presented in the front of the Bellagio. Reporter Bianca Valdez has more.
Morgan Freeman, Robert De Niro, Michael Douglas, Kevin Kline, and Mary Steinberg all received a key to the city this past week for their roles in the upcoming movie Las Vegas. But the director of the movie, John Turteltaub, received the first key.
Mayor of Las Vegas presents the key to the city with respect and deep gratitude. And John, you get the first one because you did this. But we have one for each of you.
Key to Las Vegas is like getting key to the Emerald City. It was exciting. I couldn't believe it just to be here, to be part of a piece of entertainment on the Strip. I felt like I was the Mirage Volcano today.
Mayor Carolyn Goodman presented the keys in front of a large group of reporters and spectators. She spoke about the benefits this movie offers to Las Vegas.
Finally, after 25 years of trying to get this on in this state, we finally have film tax credits, which mean more films being made here full-time.
This group of A-list celebrities also received the first key to the Strip, presented by County Commissioner Steve Sisolak.
A lot of movies were made here, but we believe that Las Vegas, from the trailers we've seen, has the destiny to be one of the greatest movies that were ever made.
But Goodman was not impressed with it.
The County Commission gave a stupid key that they made. It said something Las Vegas. It's not a Las Vegas key. Everybody around the world knows Las Vegas. They don't know the county. They don't know a county key. They want the key to Las Vegas, which we've been giving out for years.
The movie Las Vegas will bring a film tax credit to the city. Reporting for Studio G, this is Bianca Valdez.
The movie Las Vegas will be in theaters November 1st.
Well, that does it for today's edition of Studio G. I'm Jordan Hardy.
And I'm Elena Ledbetter.
Tomorrow is Nevada Day, so we will be taking the day off. Tune in Monday for the next edition of Studio G.
Happy Nevada Day and have a great 3-day weekend, everyone.